What is happening, guys? Welcome to J Powell Music. Be sure to like and subscribe here on the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when these episodes are available. Of course, like I always do, thank you so much for those who have subscribed to the channel. Definitely appreciate that. Very close to 100 subscribers. Very excited for a new YouTube channel. The progression on this has been pretty crazy and humbling, so thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Just a music enthusiast and guitar player, and I love music, so very cool stuff, so appreciate it again. Thanks. Today, we are talking about one of my favorite topics here on my YouTube channel, and really the tipping point of how it got so popular to begin with. Talk about the Mars Volta. So I'm going to share my screen here. And speaking of the Mars Volta, they are coming out with an acoustic album. Very excited. I'm excited because the Mars Volta, and obviously the brainchild that is, or the brains behind, let's just say the brains behind the operation. It kind of sounds crazy, right? The band leader, Omar Rodriguez Lopez. I guess that sounds more appropriate. Omar Rodriguez Lopez, again, my favorite guitar player, artist, and Cedric Bixler Zavala. Coming together, making the acoustic album, connected to the last album that came out, self-titled The Mars Volta. I'm going to read this description here. This is on their Bandcamp. Says here in quote, a few months after their self-titled 7th album announced return of Omar Rodriguez Lopez and Cedric Bixler Zavala as the Mars Volta, the group present a potent reimagining of the reunion opus, much more than a simple unplugged reading of the Mars Volta's 14 songs. This acoustic edition furthers the mission of the source music, which drew into sharper focus the traditional Latin influences that always inspired their music. This is, says Rodriguez Lopez, the Mars Volta's version of a folk record, tracing the melodies and rhythms of the parent album back to the traditional Caribbean roots and challenging their listeners to hear the group in an entirely new light. And it looks like it comes out, let's see, it says it's shipping out April 21st. So I'm assuming it's available around that time, if not earlier than that. So needless to say, I'm very excited, and I'm going to tell you why. So they released, I want to say it was called Blank Condolences on streaming services not too long ago. I want to say it was earlier this week. I want to say it was yesterday. But I'm really excited about this acoustic version of the album just because from Blank Condolences, you really feel that it is more than just a regular unplugged, like you said, but also there's these different rhythms that are being incorporated. So it's not just acoustic guitars, you're hearing shakers, you're hearing other acoustic instruments, percussive instruments, if you will. And then Cedric is singing them in a way that is almost a different album. Almost a different story. So the title of the album, which I didn't say, it's the acoustic version of it, but I'll just say, que Dios te maldiga mi corazón. So I'm really excited about this just because of those rhythms and then the zone that they're in. I feel like Cedric is in a different zone here performing these songs in a very different light. Obviously you would if it's an acoustic record, but it's more than acoustic. It's percussive. You have these rhythms incorporated. The tempo obviously is going to be slower, but it's just in a whole different zone. You know what I mean? So it's almost like they're releasing a whole new album in its entirety, which I'm really excited about, guys. I've never been this excited about. This is the first time actually I've been excited about an acoustic album. Usually I'm not. I think the last excited acoustic album that I was excited for was Lauryn Hill's Unplugged. And yeah, I don't think there's been any other specific acoustic type album that I've been this excited for since this. Let me know in the comments if there's been an acoustic version of an album that you really dug and you really like. Put it in the comments. I mean, hell, let me know. I might just listen to it based on your recommendation. I'm gonna stop sharing here. based on your recommendation, just because I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool that they're doing this. I don't think it's just a cash grab. You know, I really feel like they're, you know, obviously since they're artists, I really feel like it's almost like this is kind of how the album should have been. You know what I mean? But I feel like if the album was this, say this was the original album, right? Say if this was the original 7th album that Mars Volta released. Would Mars Volta fans be upset? Would they have the right to be upset? Right? Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. But I feel like this is almost how those songs were intended. You know what I mean? I feel like the Mars Volta album, very good album, right? These songs might sound better in this version because they have a different pacing. They're not as high distortion, you know, high gain, crazy timing, a lot going on. It's very focused. And a lot of that is because of, you know, I think there's more, it's more stripped down, even in an electric sense, when those songs are performed. I mean, just watching even just watching the YouTube videos of them, you know, this recent tour, right? You got Cedric on guitar. I apologize as far as me not mentioning the other names, saying the other names. I forget them at the moment. But just someone on bass, someone on drums, someone on keys, and that's it. Right? So back in the day, there used to be like 17 fucking people on stage. There used to be mad people on stage, right? You had 2-3 saxophone players. You had maybe 2 or 3 additional keyboardists. You had maybe 2 drummers. You had someone doing the shakers, right? Usually it's his brother or something like that. Usually he's doing shakers and keys. But you had mad people. There's just so much sound to fill your ear holes. And now it's just very much a stripped down, focused type of sound from an electric guitar sense, right? Electric music sense. But now you have this acoustic type. I think these songs are I'm just gonna say it. I think these songs are gonna sound better. I really feel like they're gonna sound better. And these songs already sound great. You know, you guys saw my review. If you haven't, check it out. But let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you agree that these songs might sound better? Are you excited for it? What are some acoustic versions of an album that you are looking forward to, or that you have listened to that you like, that I should know about, or just share which ones you like? I know Death Cab for Cutie, their recent album, they have an acoustic version that they just released. I'm going to be listening to that. But this one, man, this is the acoustic project that I'm really looking forward to. So let me know. Again, J Powell Music, thank you so much for checking out this video here, and thank you so much for being a part of the channel. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll see you guys next video.